各位同学，大家好，我是夏老师。Today we're going to learn some of the characters of the items that you can see in your classroom and in your 书包 backpack. So we're writing these characters and also learning how to remember them. Now take out your 笔记本，你的笔记本 and let's start writing. 书 on the left side is traditional, on the right side is simplified. Traditional, you write it like this. And simplify, you write it like this. Now, did you see the drawing right here? In simplify, the character looks like pieces of bamboo being stringed together. That is what people used to write. So that is what books looks like in ancient China before the paper is invented. In traditional, there are two parts to this character. So at the bottom, you can look at it as like a trunk, and on top, it's like really tall shelf. 书包 backpack. 书是 book 的意思，包是 bag. Bags are used to carry something, to wrap things around. So if you want to look at the character, there could be two parts to this 包 character, and these two parts, they are wrapping each other around. 笔是 pen 的意思。In the past, pen are made out of bamboo. 竹子 bamboo. So that's why you see this radical bamboo. In simplify, underneath the bamboo, you see 毛. 毛 means hair. Hair. So bamboo and hair. What could that be? Yes, pen. Now let's write the characters separately. Traditional. Here simplify. Bamboo. Hair. Great job. 铅笔是 pencil 的意思。铅笔 literally means lead pen, so that's why we're seeing B in the second character. Now the word 铅 can be seen as three parts, like this, 铅. On the left side of the character is a very important radical, 金. It means gold or metal. On the right side character is a very familiar structure. Did you see ko? And on top, you can see something look like that we learned in lesson 7. It's the in nar, remember? Now let's practice writing the radical metal. Simplify. 很好。Eraser 是橡皮。There's a very important radical 橡皮 tree. This kind of tree is the tree that creates the ingredients for making rubber. It's easy to understand because erasers are little rubbery. 白板是 whiteboard. 白 means white. 那白呢? In the middle looks like 日 the sun. 那板 means board. 板有一个 radical. Board is made of wood. So you see tree again. Let's practice writing the tree radical. 很好。Cell phone 是手机。手机。It literally means hand, phone, or hand machine. The left side of the character Ji, we see a similar radical. Mu, tree. On the right side of the character Ji, we saw something really familiar again. Remember, we learned Ji. And what does Ji mean in lesson 3? 你几岁? The Ji means how many. Now you probably already noticed that Ji and Ji have the same spelling in Pinyin, just different tone. But because of the differences in tone, you know the meaning is totally different. Now, Ji, in ancient times, people make machine out of wood, the tree. Textbook 是课本. 课本 is written using language. That's why you see the speech radical. Now on the right side of the character 课, you probably see something very familiar. 课本 is made out of paper, and paper is made out of tree. Inside the character 本, you probably see the tree character again, right? Except the only difference is this stroke that goes across at the middle. 本 literally means root. So you can probably imagine why this character looks like that, right? Tree, and what's underneath the tree, the roots. Notebook 是笔记本. I'm not going to talk about 本 anymore because we just saw it in the previous slide. Now we're going to only talk about 笔记. And 笔, we also took care of this character already, right? 笔 means pen. So what does 记 mean? 记 means to remember or to take down. So you're taking something down with the pen. So you're taking 笔记. So 笔记 together means notes. The left side of the character Ji, you probably see something very familiar. Again, was this? 是的,是 speech. Or this way, speech. Or language. So you're taking something down, you're taking notes using language. 笔记本, 笔记, notes. 笔记本 is the book that you write your notes on. Computer 是电脑. Dian 是 electricity. Now, what's the most natural electricity that you know? The lightning, right? So, in this traditional character, you can see actually this is the rain, and that totally makes sense because when there's rain, there's lightning. Now, the lower part of the traditional character is exactly the same as the simplified character, and because in simplified, you take away the rain. But anyway, 电 means electricity. What about now? Now has a very important radical. This radical looks like moon, but it's not. In this case, it means flash. And I know it looks exactly like the moon. It is the moon, the way that we want to write the character moon, but it's not. In this case, it means flash. On the right side of the character now is really fascinating. So if you're looking at the traditional character, you can look at this like hair, the hair, right? And you can look at this part of the character like it's a brain that contains the brain matters, right? The simplified character, also very interesting. This is like someone's wearing a hat, right? A hat on top of their brain. Notebook computer 是笔电. The phrase came from the combination of the first words of two phrases, 笔记本 and 电脑. So there are two ways to say classroom. One is 教室. The other one we didn't focus on learning in this lesson so far. It's 课室. However, it's easy to pick up because this 课 is what we just learned from 课本. 课 means lesson. So 课室 lesson room. Now I just told you what 室 mean. 室 means room. Room. It's really easy to see this character as room, as you can see that there's a roof-like symbol on top, and at the bottom this means earth. So a room is always on land, right? So earth or land at the bottom, and this is like the roof on top. 教 means to teach. Inside the character 教 is a very important radical, son. So son, students, younger kids, 子. Now, who does the teacher teach? The students, son, right? Table 是桌子. We saw this character inside the character 教 earlier, right? But here it doesn't mean son like as we know in 教. Here 字 is only used to help people understand what draw means. The word draw by itself means table. So we can see the very important radical that we've been talking about in many characters throughout this video. It's, again, what is it? Yeah, it's tree or wood. Now you're probably wondering, if 桌 by itself means table, why do I need to say 桌子 instead of just 桌? With the same pronunciation, 桌 can also means to catch, 桌. But if you add 子, people would definitely know that you're talking about the table or the desk, 桌子. Chair 是椅子. 椅子. 椅子 is made out of tree, wood. There are two parts to the right side of the character 椅. On top, it's 大, remember? 大, big. So just think of this character as something made of wood and it's big enough for you to sit on. 好吗? That's all for this video. Hope it really helps.